What's good in the metaphorical hood, my jiggy niggies? Okay, so in this video, I'm just gonna simply explain blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and what Web3 is, because Web3 is the thing that's above all of these. All of cryptocurrencies, NFTs, blockchain, they're all under the category known as Web3. What is Web3? Before we get into Web3, you must know what Web 1, Web 2, are. Web 1, basically the first version of the internet, where people could put up websites and whatnot, but you, the user, could not interact with it. You couldn't go to any forums or anything like that. You just see what people put on a website. That is Web 1. Web 2, now, this is where you can interact with the website. This is where social media comes in. You can go on websites, you can read stuff, but now you can also contribute stuff like comments, videos, web applications, etc., etc. Now everyone's involved. Now there's also Web 3. Now Web 3 is decentralization. And it's interesting because in Web 2, you got a lot of people, like companies monitoring their networks, their applications, and their web applications specifically, and getting data from the user to make money off of. But now Web 3 is like, no, everything is decentralized. So it has everything Web 1 and 2 have, except now companies can't even get to your data that you have. That's Web 3. So decentralization in this context basically means that your data is hidden. And for a lot of applications that you want to be a part of, or a lot of websites that you want to be a part of, you don't really have to put in your full credentials, you could say, your full name or your email or this or that. You can go through other means to join and contribute to those things. This also applies to finance, where you can actually send, receive money on an individual level, and no formal company may know anything about their transaction whatsoever, and it'll be completely privatized. Web3 basically does that. Web3 is the decentralization of the internet. Everything is back into the user's hands. That is Web3. Blockchain. What is blockchain? What are blockchains? Blockchains are databases. And the databases which operate in this really cool way. So basically, they take whatever you store in them and they distribute it in different parts of a system. Or, using a specific example like Ethereum system, the Ethereum cryptocurrency, how it works is it stores the data that the user puts of their financial information across different devices across the world. And this makes it really hard to like hack into or steal information because all the information is basically distributed across the world. You can only get access to specific information if you have the details for that specific account. So it makes it very reliable security wise. It makes it very, you could say, needable, if that's a word, for cryptocurrencies to keep their anonymity, to keep your anonymity, to keep your privacy of your cryptocurrency transactions, and to keep your amount of cryptocurrencies hidden. And blockchains aren't just for cryptocurrencies, they can also be used for banks, they can also be used for storing even images, for storing files, etc. But right now, we're mainly seeing blockchain technologies utilized in the form of cryptocurrencies because that's where they shine the most because they're keeping all your financial information completely safe from any third party bank or transnational corporation or company or whatever. That's what a blockchain is. So when you think of blockchain, think of decentralized storage of information. Decentralized storage of information. Now, let's talk about cryptos. In other words, cryptocurrencies, otherwise known as cryptos. Now, cryptocurrencies are, of course, currencies, but online, so virtual currencies. Let's explore that a bit now. The reason why cryptocurrencies are part of the Web3, or you could say the decentralization era of the web, which is what Web3 is that cryptocurrencies are not regulated or maintained by any central authority. So these aren't currencies which banks maintain or states, governments maintain. These currencies only add value by how many people use them. Just like real life currency, except now when you trade them, when you use them, no state is benefiting directly unless they have their own cryptocurrency, like unless the state has their own cryptocurrency, but that's a very recent thing, that's whatever. But Most of the time, cryptocurrencies are not most of the time, all the time. That's what makes them cryptocurrencies. They're decentralized. Only the user who buys a cryptocurrency can see its transaction, can send to whoever, and the transaction not be monitored by anyone else, no third party authority, and really just like regular currencies, but virtually, like I said at the beginning. But only difference is no third party can access your sending records from any cryptocurrency account, or how many currencies you as a person have specifically sent to another person. However, everyone can see, if they know your cryptocurrency wallet or address, whatever, they can see who you sent what to at what time. However, they cannot know exactly who you are or how much you have of that currency or all currencies in total. They won't know any of that, like any bank or state would know of your account. All banks know how much money is in your account. For cryptocurrencies, no company or bank or state will know how much cryptos are in your account and how much money is in your account or how much you sent and how much you kept. No one will know. It's all your own information. NFT, NFTs. What are NFTs? Okay, well, NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. What that basically means is non-fungible tokens are things that cannot be replicated. There is only one type of NFT of that thing. It's a thing that cannot be replicated ever. So, use an example. The first ever NFT sold was the first tweet ever. The first tweet ever by one of the CEOs or former CEOs, whatever, made by him. That was the first NFT ever sold. I don't know how many years ago it was, but that was the first NFT ever sold. So I know nowadays people see NFTs as like paintings, and digital pictures, but they don't necessarily have to be digital pictures. NFTs can literally be just words from a very famous person. NFT could literally be a short video or a clip of a very specific moment of something that happened. An NFT can be anything as long as it happened at that time. You caught it on your device or whatever, and it's the only one that exists. Then yeah, technically speaking, you can own an NFT, a picture, a video, a tweet, whatever. But I can still, as a person, or you can interact with it. So if you own an NFT of a picture of a monkey, I can still take that picture of the monkey, edit it, use it for whatever I want, and you have no say in it. But you own it. But even though you own it, I don't really know what you can do with it. But still, you own it. But everyone else can still use it, basically, in any way they want. But you own it though, so feel pride in that, I guess. Now, what people don't know is that, well, no, not a lot of people know is when you make NFTs, each NFT collection per se has to have its own smart contract. What is a smart contract? A smart contract is something, it's like a contract literally, but it tells the NFT how it functions, what it'll be sold for, and the types of NFTs of its kind that will be sold in that collection, and for what purpose, to what extent. That's what a smart contract is. Every different NFT collection has its own smart contract. And you can even see these smart contracts for yourself. Go to OpenSea.com and go to any NFT collection. You can literally go and see the source code for the smart contracts, which tell you how the NFTs are to be sold, to be interacted with, to be processed, etc., etc., etc. It's right there. It's all decentralized. You can even see it yourself. However, you can even send NFTs to different people using a crypto wallet, and no one will know who sent what to who. Well, they can see you send to this address, but they won't know whose address that is, basically. So you will always be safe whatever you send, whenever you get it, etc. And that is all for me that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was very helpful in some way. This is just like an oversimplified basic version of all of these. If you want to go more in depth on this, I suggest you do some research on Twitter, especially Discord servers on all these communities, Reddit, and YouTube, of course, which is right now as you're watching this. Thank you for watching, and I'll check you later.